I've been removing rattles from my car for years at this point, and what's left are these annoying little rattles from the dashboard. I want to see if this dashboard sealing strip will fix all of this. The product is essentially a long rubber strip that's designed to sit in the gap between your dashboard and windscreen, and installing it should be fairly easy. All you need to do is line it up with the gap I mentioned and then tease it in with something like an interior trim removal tool, or you could even use something like a flat-headed screwdriver. You then just work your way across the dashboard until you get to the end and chop off the excess, and that's it. For testing, I used an app on my phone called Vibrometer that measures the level of vibrations detected, and then popped it in my phone holder on the dash, and these are the results. Excusing the camera rattle and odd potholes causing spikes in the readings, there isn't any noticeable change in vibrations going through the dashboard, and you may think that this product never claimed to fix this, but searching for stop dash rattle on Google offers this as a solution, but it just isn't. So if this doesn't work, what does? At the risk of sounding like Captain Obvious, you have to become a bit of a rattle detective, and the first place to start is by removing anything loose that does rattle. And you can start by looking in the boot, as you'd be surprised how many people think the odd squeak and rattle comes from the dashboard, only to find out the sounds are actually coming from somewhere else, and it's just reverberating around the cabin. So do check that things like spare wheels are properly secure, or loose tools that you might use, like axle stands, are strapped down or removed, as they make an awful racket when going over bumps. Similarly, make sure anything you've added is properly installed, and this is something I had to check, as this third-party armrest has a bit of a habit of coming loose, so it is a case of tightening the bolts in order to eliminate a possible source of rattle. And again, this may sound simple, but you can't afford to miss anything. Next, have a look at your bonnet, as on some cars, the hinge that connects the bonnet to the chassis of the car has a bolt that can become loose and in some cases cause the bonnet to rattle back and forth when you're on the move. For my car, they were already tight enough because I recently added hood struts, but I did opt to use weather stripping around the edge of the bonnet to act as a barrier to keep it from jiggling around. Moving on to the dashboard itself, it's worth feeling around to see what squeaks, rattles and moves like my glove box does. And to fix this, I'm going to be using some leftover acoustic foam I bought from a British company called Dodomat, but you can use similar products like this, anti-rattle tape, or any cell-based foam that is going to offer decent cushioning. Then all you need to do is clean the area, cut your foam to size, and then fill in the gaps, making sure as you go along to check that the glove box still closes and that you've added foam to the right places so that it fits like a glove box. If you have speaker grills on the dashboard, it's worth removing them with an interior trim tool and covering them as much as you can. I did mine with the same acoustic material I use for the glove box, and this is going to ensure that any little rattles aren't going to be caused by the speaker grill moving around. The instrument cluster is also worth checking, especially the thinner parts towards the back, as they can vibrate like crazy, and you want to be making sure you put acoustic foam under both sides and the middle to stop it from rattling. And this is where the main rattle noise was for me, but you absolutely can do so much more to kill not only the rattle in the dashboard but in your entire car, and the next video shows you exactly how.